Hi, my name is Janet and I'm a health coach. My business is Here For You Health Coaching. And I love to cook, cooked my whole life. And I found the connection a couple of years ago between food possibly being poison, food being medicine. Sometimes you eat one ingredient that you've had your whole life and all of a sudden your body says, that's not working for me anymore. So I took my restaurant background and my love of food and said, how can I help people that want to reach their health goals? So today, one of the recipes that I made up is for gluten-free pumpkin bread. I personally eat gluten-free and dairy-free, primarily dairy-free. So it's fall season and I thought, time for pumpkin bread, right? So what I have today it's really simple, 2 bowls, and you're going to put wet in one, dry in another, add your wet to the dry, combine them, put them in a pan, and you're good to go. So what I have for you now in our smaller bowl, I'm going to put 1 cup of organic pumpkin, and I got the bigger can, so I have to measure this out. So there's my pumpkin, and then to that I'm going to add 2 eggs. I get the organic eggs. The shells are a little bit harder than the normally processed eggs, and I try to stay away from those eggs because of the way they're factory farmed. So I would encourage you to get your eggs organic, pasture raised. So there's 2 eggs that are going in there. And then I also am going to add half a cup of coconut oil. I'm going to put it right back into my dirty measuring cup because I don't need to clean it, right? It's got the pumpkin in there that I want. So I'm putting a half a cup of organic coconut oil. I made this recipe up because I am gluten-free, and I have tried different flours, and this is the one that I love the most. So we're going to use that. And then you can just take a spoon or a whisk, either way, to combine that. And then it can just set aside while you get the dry ingredients together. A lot of people have wheat allergies now. Our children, many of our kids are having gluten insensitivity. It's forced a lot of people to cook with gluten-free ingredients. I've tried a lot of different flours and like a lot of the different gluten-free flours. For this recipe, the almond flour does a great job. So now I have this stuff. I'm going to just set that aside for a minute. I have 2 cups of almond flour. This is a big bag of almond flour I got from Costco. I'm going to add in half a cup of brown sugar. So I got the organic brown sugar. I'm going to add in a quarter of a cup of flax seeds. Quarter of a cup. And then I'm going to put in all the spices that I love. I have a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to do a half a teaspoon of ginger. I love all the fall spices. Those are really my flavors. Cloves are very overpowering. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there. And I have fresh nutmeg with the nutmeg seed. If you are going to measure out nutmeg that's already grated, it just tastes a little bit not as fresh to me, so I really like using it from the nut. I have a little teeny grater that I've had forever that you can use. And also, if you have a microplane, that works really well to use it. So I'm going to use that. And it already smells so delicious because it's got that nutmeg and clove and garlic and ginger. So all those fall spices are really coming out. So then you have that. I have a aluminum-free baking powder. I'm going to put a tablespoon of that in there. And those are my dry ingredients. And then take a whisk them together so that it incorporates everything. And then from there, I'm going to just add the dry ingredients in. Could not be easier. I have some nuts that I've got all ready to go. These are walnuts. If you have a nut allergy, of course you can take the nuts out. So with this recipe, because we're using coconut oil, we're using walnuts, you're having all those good healthy fats. You keep hearing these days about healthy fats. This also recipe would be good for a keto-friendly recipe. I'm just going to add the pumpkin right in there. And then I'm going to get it ready to go in the oven. So about 5 minutes and you've got pumpkin bread. I want to show you, we kind of have been getting after it. I made it last night. So here's the finished product. When you get done, it can have a little coconut flakes put on top. That's what the white is. So there's my fall gluten-free, keto-friendly pumpkin bread. Please enjoy this, and if you would like any more information, if you're suffering yourself from a food allergy, if you have food sensitivities, if you're trying to lose weight, if you just want to be a healthier person, if you have autoimmune disease, I can help with all of those things, and I would love to help you. My name is Janet. I'm a health coach, and please contact me on the link below. Have a great day.